everybody, it's Janet with SugarShine Designs, and I'm here to show you some mass-produced Valentine's Day cards I've been working on. These are going to be for kids, and I thought I would show you them and see if I can give you some inspiration for your own cards, maybe something similar. So let's take a look at the cards. I've got 4 individual cards here. They're all slightly different because they've got different pictures in the shaker box and also on the sentiments. They say different things. But the card itself is a simple 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 card base, and on top I've created a foreground and a penny slider element here. The sentiment is cut from my Cricut Explorer using the print then cut option. I do want to point out though that you can make your own if you don't have a Cricut. Just use your computer to make up, type in your specific sentiments, cut them, print it out, and then cut it out in strips and then notch the edges, and then you've created yourself your own tag that will be perfectly centered and will work on your card. Alright, so how did I make these? Let's take a look at some of the elements. Here are 6 more of these shaker boxes. Now they are not exactly shaker boxes, they are, but really they started out as stickers. There's 6 on one side and 6 on another, so a 12 pack. This came from the Dollar Tree, believe it or not. So what I did to convert them from stickers is I just peeled them off the backing, used some cornstarch and a brush, and just brushed them to get rid of all the stickiness on there. So that worked really well also. Now to create the card base itself, I just showed you that a second ago, but the foreground of the card is this mat. The mat comes from this Avery Elle set called Wonky Stitches die. Sorry, there's a bunch of elements in there, and I used the smallest die. Then the penny slider portion is cut out using the slide on over Lawn Fawn set, and I used one of the short ones that has a bit of a curve on it. Now, a couple things I'm going to point out to before I show you the video of me putting this together. After I cut out the sliding element, I keep this, and then I put that in the background, showing you one of the finished cards. After it's been put up on foam tape to make room for the slider piece, I glue that background in there, and that way the pattern paper doesn't get messed up. The image is still intact, and it adds to the look of it being more professional and finished. Okay, that's it. Let me show you how I make one of these. Hey guys, I want to show you how to make kind of a jig is what I call it. That's kind of a woodworker's term, but more or less it's the same idea, that when you're mass producing something, you create yourself a template that then is used to create other pieces exactly the same way. So this is a technique for really speeding up your mass produced products like these Valentines I've been working on. So let's take, for example, this one here. We've got the front of the piece, and I want to put in the slider cut. So I've created in this black piece the exact cut and location that I want that to be every time. And now all I have to do is prep this by placing it on top like that. Then I can take my die and slip it in, and you can feel it when it's in there. In fact, I could lift this up right now and you could see that it's inside of that slit. So it's enough to keep it in place, so you don't need to mess with any washi tape or anything like that, at least in this particular project. Don't have to do anything like that. Now it's ready to go. I put my B plate on top, just being careful not to jar it too badly and cause anything to move. And now, when I take it out, I haven't harmed my jig, if you will. It's still the same, but I have cut out that piece right there. And now, all I have to do is get this piece out of here, and it's ready for the next step. Alright, well, with that, I'll let you go, but thanks for visiting. I hope you had some fun seeing how these went together, and like I said, my goal is to give you some inspiration, help you think of other things you'd like to do, not necessarily copy everything I do. But that's okay too, of course. Thanks. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.